Hello all and welcome to week 3 of this week's Coffee and Card. We're in January 2023 and we're still using the Let's Set Sail bundle, which is the stamp set and the punch. My name's Linda and I'm from lindaspapercraft.co.uk and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. So here we go, let's go. So you will have your kits. Let's pop these out of the way for a minute. So inside your kit, if I can get it out, quite snug fit these bags, aren't they? And I reuse mine. So reduce, reuse, recycle. You will have a piece of basic white, and that's to do your boats. And then you've more of this glimmer paper. So this is the white one with the texture. Still haven't played with it on my die cutting machine, and next week we're using the green, so it comes in balmy blue, white and shaded spruce. And if you've gone for the gold option, you've got a whole pack of 12 by 12 sheets of this, so absolutely gorgeous. Very, very see, can you see the shimmery? Yeah, if I fold it, there we go. Right, okay, so there's a nice background for our boats, and this time I've used 2 boats. And I keep saying this sail is longer than you think, so it's actually hanging off the end of the card, so I'm going to move it a bit further over this time, but the inks we've used today, or I've used today, is Cajun Craze and Night of Navy, which I haven't got out yet. Cajun Craze, Night of Navy. But obviously it's a Night of Navy card, so it's a very neutral card, so if you wanted to use a pink you could do any colour you want really. So I shall start by showing you how to stamp a boat all at once so that you can punch it all at once. Last week I showed you how to do it in pieces. Today I'm going to show you how to do it all at once. So what you need is a piece of fairly thick card. I've just used some cheap card here that I use for making prototypes with, and I've just punched out the boat and I've marked T with a T there, and I just keep that inside my stamp set. And what I do is I take the punch and I position this over the holes where it's going to cut out the pieces. So I do this, you don't have to be exact, because I do this so that I can put the pieces in the holes in the card. If you just do it on something flat, you're just sort of balancing them, whereas this, they actually go in the hole, so it's easier to position them. And then I'm going to get my pieces out of my stamp set. So we have a mast. So this is slightly easier. I did do a video actually a year ago, it was last January, of how to do this with a flower punch we have, but that was a rubber stamp, so you couldn't see through to see what you're actually doing, whereas this you can, so it's a little bit easier. And then I'm going to get the big sail, and I've used this to keep washi tape, that's the word I was looking for, to keep the stencil in place. Just excuse my noggin a minute while I position this. There we go, it's about there. And then the other sail goes in this way. And the reason I've put the T in the top is that's the way it goes into the punch. So you need to stamp it the same way so that this bit is nearest the edge of the paper. So then I get my block, and it conveniently has a T on it, although whether I can, yes I can do it this way. And I just literally pick up the stamps, lift them up, and then to check you've got it right, because sometimes you might have to slightly adjust, just turn it over and put it on top. And I am happy with that. I think it's good enough for government work, that's going to cut out nicely. Okay, so I'll pop that back in here. And then I'm going to stamp my 2 boats. As this is YouTube, if you weren't sure about that, just rewind and watch it again. It's really handy, that, with YouTube. So So as I said before, this is the top of the stamp, so that needs to be at the edge of your paper. So I'm going to do the first one in Night of Navy. So just tapping on there. That's not quite stuck down. And that is going to the edge of the card. It doesn't necessarily have to be at the top of the card, but it does need to be near the edge of the card. So I've done that one. In the Night of Navy. Wow, that looks dark. Well, it's nicely freshly re-inked, I think. And then they always dry a bit lighter than the first stamp. And then I'm going to stamp the other boat. And then I'm actually going to mix and match. So this is the Cajun Craze. And again, that needs to go at the edge of the paper. So you can comfortably get both boats out of this paper, this card rather. Okay. And I saw this idea on Pinterest. I've seen quite a few people who've done this actually. So that you stamp the two boats and then you mix and match. Or the other way you could do it is just stamp the sails and then have like a smoky slate or something for the mast. So you could swap the sails around with each other as well. So you could have like a one with a blue and Cajun Craze, and then Cajun Craze and blue the other way around. So I waffle, do apologise. Right, so I'm just going to punch these out now. So, and as you can see, they line up very nicely. There we go, happy with that. So that's one boat. Turn it round. So it's worth taking, particularly if you're going to do lots of boats that are the same colours like this, it's worth taking your time and getting this set up. If you're only going to do one boat or two or three but all different colours, then use the other method that I showed you last week. Okay, I think that can go in the bin. Right. So, there we go, and then one last little bit of stamping. I'm just going to do the sentiment. I don't need the original to remember what I'd done. Let your dreams set sail. I think that's very appropriate for this one. Two pieces of basic white, one for the inside, one for the outside. And again, as ever, oops, it just was the right way up, just lining it up on my grid paper so it's straight, and then lining my stamping block up with the grid paper too. Card up straight. Grid paper is available in the annual catalogue. It's near the back. I think it's with stamping tools. Now, I'm going. I've inked up in Night of Navy, so I'm going with Night of Navy. I actually did it in Cajun Craze last time. There we go. That away, and we will build our card. So let's put that one inside and then it's done. Again, well, this one, the reason I put a white one inside is so you can actually write on it. But I have been known to use a silver pen on dark cards, so it can be done. To open up a new one of these soon. I always take the whole label off because I find it sort of gets stickied up if you don't. There we go. And then we'll build the front. So now I put the lines horizontal, obviously it's a square, so if you want to put it vertical, I think I might put it vertical this time. So you can put it either way, and it's the same on both sides. Just loves that noise. It doesn't take a lot to amuse me, it really doesn't. Okay. And even at this stage, if I decided I wanted to change, I could do, because it's a square. Thought I'd cut myself, but it's not, it's Cajun Craze. Okay, and then I'm just going to pop that equidistant onto there. Go. And so we're going to have our Cajun Craze boat at the bottom, and I'm actually, goodness sake, now is that other sail going to fit? Yes it is. Okay, so let's pop this on first. I'm going to leave that sail there so I can see roughly where I need to put it. Find my tweezers. Ooh. And I'm going to put it there. Just want to move that out of the way because I don't want it to stick underneath the mast. And then just, it's just coming under the square, and then add our sails. There's one. I promise you the volume on the iPad is down to 0. I think I'm going to move it out the room for the next one. There we go. And then the same again with the other ships. So obviously I've done the Cajun Craze mast here, and then the blue sails. This one I'm going to do the blue mast and the Cajun Craze sails. Just putting that at the bottom there, and then a bit slopey, and then we're going to add these sails. I'm going to move that down a touch if it'll let me. Right. There we are, and then now I just need to stick that down. There we go, that's week 3 done. So I hope you like that. I thought that'd make a really nice masculine card as well, so you could change the sentiment if you wanted, or a good look card for people who are retiring, things like that. But I really like, I do think I prefer, with the lighting I've got now, the vertical one shimmers more than the horizontal one, but probably stood up it'll be different. But there you go. So I hope you've enjoyed this week's video, and I shall see you next week for the final week of January's Coffee and Card. Take care. Please do a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I shall see you soon. Bye.